There are 3 habits that I adopted years ago that have helped me make millions of dollars. Not hundreds, not hundreds of thousands, millions. My name is Korbie Nitiforo. I own innovative real estate investments, and the reason I make these videos is because I want to help more people get out of the rat race. So today I'm going to talk about 3 habits which I adopted years ago, which have helped me make millions of dollars. Not hundreds, not hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Habit number 1 is setting goals. Now, I would submit to you, the reason why more people aren't successful is not because of the fact that they never reach their goals, but in fact, they never set goals, or they never set goals that are big enough. And so I learned way back when I started doing bodybuilding how to set goals. And so the goals I would set back when I was in the fitness industry is I would set a goal to put another inch on my arms. I would set a goal to bench press 5 more pounds, or set a goal to win a competition. And so those goals that I had back in the fitness industry carried over into my business. So in our business, we adopted the habit of setting financial goals, and we set weekly, monthly, and yearly financial goals. And let me give you an example of how much of a difference this has made in our business. When I first started doing personal training, I was making about $10,000 a month, which isn't bad. It's about $120,000 a year. But when I started setting these goals, I went from making $10,000 a month to making $50,000 a month, and we went on to make even as much as $100,000 a month. And so imagine that, just setting goals. And believe you me, you will never reach a goal you don't set. So set goals. Habit number 2 is focus more on intention versus distraction. Now, my definition of intention is everything you do on a daily basis that moves you toward your goal. Now, distraction is exactly the opposite. It's everything you do during the day that keeps you from reaching your goal. So depending on what your goal is, if your goal was to, let's say, for example, to make more money. If your goal is to make more money, then an example of intention would be you would read a book, or you want to sharpen your skill set. And by sharpening your skill set, you are going to be able to bring more value to the marketplace, and therefore you can charge more money. So if your goal was to make more money, an example of distraction would be spending more time on Instagram or YouTube, Facebook, Netflix, anything you do which is preventing you from reaching your goal. So again, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't watch Netflix, or you shouldn't be on Facebook, or you shouldn't watch Instagram or anything like that. But what I am saying is that it is likely if you spend more time focused on intention, you will get to your goal faster than if you spend more time on distraction. Habit number 3 is take action. I often say this in my real estate class to my students, that there are 3 kinds of people in the world. There are people who make things happen, there are people who watch things happen, and there are those people who don't know what's happening. In 2008, when the real estate bubble burst, there were a lot of people who read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but there weren't a lot of people who took action. I was one of the people who took action. I started investing, and I invested in my first property in 2008, and I saw some cash flow coming from that. And then I proceeded to invest in 3 more properties in 2008. And then in 2009, I invested in 5 properties. And by 2011, I had enough cash flowing assets. I had built up enough cash flowing assets that I had become financially free. And so if I had not taken action, I would still be one of those people who just sat on the sidelines and watched as all this real estate went on sale. And I could have just said, well, I understand, I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but I didn't do anything about it. So don't be one of those people who watch things happen or don't know what's happening. Go out and make things happen. YouTube, if you like the videos we've been putting out and you want to see more videos about getting financially free and getting out of the rat race, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and all that other YouTube stuff.